All right, now we're looking at the next question on sample exam 1, which is number 8. And here it says you have a reaction between the species, and then they're asking at the end is the stoichiometric coefficient of two of the species, ammonia and nitrogen monoxide, in the balance equation. So this is a balancing question, but before you can balance the equation, you need to know what those species are. And so this goes back to your nomenclature. First thing we have to remember is the reaction is between ammonia and oxygen, so that's our reactant, and then we're going to produce nitrogen monoxide and water. Ammonia is NH3, that's a gas, and then oxygen is O2. You got to remember that that's a diatomic gas. Nitrogen monoxide is NO, that's also a gas, and then water, of course, is H2O, and since I tell you it's vapor, it's also a gas. So balancing, you can start with the ones that are unique species first. So for example, the nitrogen is already 1, so that's good. Hydrogen here is 3 on this side, 2 on that side. So if I want to make my hydrogen 3, I can do 3 over 2 here, right? That would work out so that I have 3 hydrogens. But of course now, so the nitrogen and the hydrogen are fixed. The oxygen is the last thing. You got 1 here on this one, and you get 1.5 on this one. So 1 plus 1.5 is 2.5. Here you have 2. So how do I get 2.5 from 2? Well, the easiest way, 2.5 is what you want divided by 2. That would give you 2.5. So one of the problems, as you can see, is that you still have a fraction here on the top. So if you multiply across by 2, you wouldn't get rid of that fraction. But remember, 2.5 is the same as 5 over 2. So if you have 2.5 over 2 is 5 over 2 over 2 is the same as 5 over 4. This thing here can be changed to 5 over 4. And now this equation is balanced. I'm going to multiply across by 4 to get rid of that 4 right here. So then my balance equation would look like this. 4 NH3, 5 O2, 4 NO, and 6 H2O. If you want to make sure that everything is balanced, you can list your element in the reactants and products. You have your nitrogen, hydrogen, and oxygen. Nitrogen here, there's 4 on reactant, there's 4 on product. Hydrogen, you got 12 here. Hydrogen here, you got 12 also, so that's good. Oxygen, 10. Oxygen, 4 plus 6, 10 also. So everything's balanced. So then they're asking for the coefficient of ammonia. Ammonia would be 4. And nitrogen monoxide is also 4. So in other words, 4 and 4 would be your answer.